Um, with me, hey, you always are seen with your the panda. Do you actually like pandas in real life?
Oh, I love pandas. I mean, if I didn't think they would eat me. I love the idea of a panda. I really love the idea of a chow mein sitting on my shoulder. And Tia Ballard was the voice of chow mein, so I would always walk around and be my panda! Yeah, I would love to have a little chow mein to my shoulder. But real pandas will eat you.
You actually have to use a lot of anger when because everyone always referred to chow mein as a cat, some sort of cat.
Yeah, I don't. In my book, one, it kind of came through in the anime. Mei Ching wasn't a big fan of Edward at all.
By the end,
that was easy.
Yeah.
He destroyed
And it was
his
kind of
dreams.
neat playing Lyra and Dante in the first one, who didn't like the Elric brothers, to coming around to Mei Ching, who didn't like Ed. Really
She loved
Al.
Yeah, loves Al to death.
So I was able to kind of play with some of that. It's like, oh, I still hate Ed. Sorry, bitch. Yes, sir.
You said how some of your roles could be taxing on your voice and stuff. Is there anything special that you do to keep it in shape?
Good question. Don't talk. Unfortunately, vocal rest is the best thing you can do. Like, if you find yourself getting to the point where everything starts to hurt or sounds crazy, then the best thing to do is just not talk. A lot of honey and lemon and tea is really good. The Ayers brothers have something that they created called fart juice. Because of what it makes you do after you've thrown. I've never drank it because it has orange juice, apple cider vinegar. You can imagine what that does to orange juice. Honey, and like a whole bunch of other different stuff. So I've never been daring enough to try it, but they swear by it. Yeah, vocal rest is the main thing. I'm really lucky. Maybe it's because of maybe it is because of the weirdness of the voice or because of where it's placed.
More of your natural.
Right. So I can go a lot farther without hurting. Does that make sense? Like a lot of people I feel bad for because they'll get tired really fast. Mine is like the Energizer Bunny. Of weirdness. I love your cosplay.
Oh,
Let me Space Princess is my favorite thing in the world. Yes.
Do you have I remember Joel McDonald talking directing, and when Greg Ayers would get in the booth, he would have kind of a position that he would take when he would start talking. He'd put his arm over his head.
Yeah, he does this.
And he just right. Do you have a position or something? He mentioned, I think J. Michael Tatum also kind of has the way that he does his stuff.
He does. No, I usually tend to, I'm kind of old school in the sense of, I try to match what's happening on screen. Because I honestly feel like if I'm just sitting in a chair recording, like say I'm recording Mei Ching, and I'm sitting in a chair, it's not going to be as exciting. I'm Panda. But if I'm doing, if I'm doing what she's doing on screen, to an extent, you are in front of a microphone and you can only move it on this much before you're off mic. But if I'm doing the same things that she's doing and I'm making the faces that she's making, it actually sounds different and it actually matches better. So, there are people that can sit down and record and that's great for them. I cannot. I look like an idiot in the booth and I'm totally okay with it. If Shiro is going, then that's what I'm doing. So whenever you watch a dub and you hear Monica, just think of me making whatever crazy gesture.
So you had the spinning platform in there?
No, I didn't. But I did do. And Maya, especially because of all of this business, she would. And it really does change the way your voice sounds. Like if I'm standing up straight and then I'm standing like this, you can see how it kind of makes your voice box kind of squishes it together, makes it sound different. So if I'm doing this, my voice is going to sound a little different than if I'm just standing right. So I would do all of her crazy movements and stuff, and I look like a total crazy person. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Besides Maria Manford, you're the only other female performer I've ever heard who could lower her voice a lot and make it sound just as real like it is your voice. Where does the air go when you're
Oh, good question. Thank you very much. It's years of having a Hispanic father. No, lots of years realizing that in Shakespeare, people don't sound like this. Like if I'm playing Phoebe the shepherdess, she can sound like this, but Lady Macbeth cannot. I did an all-female version of Julius Caesar, and I played Brutus. If Brutus had sounded like this, people would have left as soon as I opened my mouth. What it is that my voice tends to be really nasal, obviously, hello. And it comes out of, if you guys don't know voice placement, like when you talk, your voice comes out of certain areas of your face. Like there's people that talk kind of in their throat a little bit more, so it kind of sounds more like this. If you're nasally, it kind of sounds like it's coming out of this area of your face. Or people that are normal, it'll come out of like right here. I can't even really do that very well. With the lower voices, what it is it's breath support, actually. Like I'm using old singing techniques, so I'm breathing in from the diaphragm. And I can't last, like, if I had like a run-on sentence in this voice, it's real easy for me to just talk, and not take a breath. However, if I'm talking in this voice, I have to breathe more often because I'm letting out a lot of air.
You're projecting
Yes.
more.
And the good thing is, too, is that in front of a microphone, that's a lot easier to do because you're not having to, like right now I'm having to project so you guys can hear me, but if I was on a microphone, I can talk like this and be really quiet. It's okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that big a deal. For Mass Effect, I get to use my grown-up voice, which I was very excited about. And yeah, I was right up, like practically making out with Mike. Because when you get that close to it, you don't have to be as loud. And so it was really nice because I was able to do really deep, calm, and soothing stuff. I really like doing that, and I'm hoping. I love my little girls, like I said, I love my little girls, but it's nice every once in a while to step outside the box and, be an adult. I think that's about it, you guys. I know Jamie's on her way.